The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check, 59. Let's go.
Get it. To throw on 3rd down, Chamberlain. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. Yeah, let's go set lunch. Go.
On 1st down, Chamberlain. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Check the outs. Check the out. Check the out.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready up.
50 seconds to Mike.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's second and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now 14-0.
Sanchez set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Corey Legion never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. I'm coming.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Chamberlain. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
80 weapons.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
8 reads. 55. Here we go. Get it.
On first and 10, Chamberlain. This one is Slayton over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Back to throw. Chamberlain. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Throwing on third and long. Chamberlain. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. This one complete to Scott Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And the Vikings.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Bound to lose one. Tight go, tight go, tight go.
Here's Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Let's go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
You're
totally.
the guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches, because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Set. 94.
59, Mike to 59. Good track, good track.
Big grip, big grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chamberlain nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A safety with a sack there. LaMarcus Joyner.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
Set, ready. 60 oars.
Tighten up, pull it together.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Chamberlain. Jones has it. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Set, go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Watch the run.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Stills. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Again, it's Jones. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
I'm trying to collect. Shit. Topper.
Back to throw. Chamberlain. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. This quarterback now, just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's 1st down. Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Past the 20. And Stills bringing it in. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the red zone now, Brissett, screen play, Johnson. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Johnson, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. It's complete. It's Miller. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Pull it high.
Looking to throw. Chamberlain. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Chamberlain. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
59. Check pass, check back.
Speed grip,
Back to throw. Chamberlain. Complete. Smith has it. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Kill.
This is Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 18-yard line.
Ready, set.
Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Wild.
Check, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
Easy work. It's easy work.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this throw caught left side. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Brissett now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. He's got the first down and more past midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cameron Jordan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mike, 58, right there.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Throwing, Brissett. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's Brissett. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
58, right over there, right over there.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
On second down, Brissett again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.